on the thing now, so Draz is blue.
And then Mew and Jaybird need to swap.
So, Mew for Jaybird,
Mm-hmm.
and then
Okay, we'll swap. I swapped Jaybird for I'm throwing help because apparently they joined as well.
and that is that okay?
I think they're Helheim. Let me check. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm throwing help is Helheim, so
Oh, nope, I put him on blue. That's not right.
that is incorrect, good sir.
Yeah. No, I misclicked. All right. And then Snoops, Skittles, J Stewart, Trainer Gain, Elo Moon, and X-Fax YT. Okay.
He said that's more than six. Let's see if is he gonna change it.
Wait, so that's like everyone they have in the
That's
game.
all of that's
That's
all
like,
of them.
yeah.
We need the six.
All right, well, while we get this figured out, welcome everybody to week 5 of OLOC. We're doing Antimatter versus Helheim today. We're just waiting on both teams to get organized, get their starting lineups.
It always takes a minute. You can never expect to start on time.
Not too bad today, though.
Yeah.
It's going to be kind of crazy seeing Bullet on Antimatter now. It's going to be a really strong support pick for Antimatter. Take off the border on the right. Eh.
Swap.
Uh, sorry, I don't ever stream off PlayStation 4. All right, swap.
JN0.
Okay. All right. There we go.
Okay, Helheim is ready. Let's get the ready from MJ. We should be good to go.
All right, let me actually bring up the stream so I can read comments.
Sure, there's a lot of fluid people in there because they like to mess around.
Nice, Sue. Now, Helheim might run
Okay,
goats. We got it ready for
we
both
are
teams.
ready.
All right, let's go in with
Yep.
map 1.
Hanamura.
We've pretty
Antimatter is the number one team right now in the standings. So big
now
map for them.
definitely expecting to see a bunker comp set up on defense here. We've pretty much seen a bunker comp ran on defense for Hanamura every single time, and yeah, we might be able to see a Helheim from, or I'm sorry, a Ghost from the attacking team.
I think there's been about one time that I haven't seen Bunker run on defense.
It's really strong in this map. I mean, like I said, my first weekend casting was really interesting to see all the different ways that the teams would handle basically the exact same comp with a Bastion, Baptiste, Orisa.
And if Antimatter does roll out with the Bunker, it'll be about who can counter Bunker better instead of who runs it better. Because it's not very hard to run a Bunker comp.
So here it is. You got the bunker comp coming in on defense, like we expected.
Slight variation running triple DPS with it.
Right, and that's going to allow you to have Weeb on the Sombra, which is going to be really rough for the attacking team because they're going to be focused so hard on that bunker comp. It's going to be really hard for them to deal with that and a Sombra at the same time. Look, you can see Weeb setting up for the flank while Antimatter goes up on top right to set up their bunker comp with the Orisa, Baptiste, and Bastion.
Without the Mercy though, if they get a kill, it cannot be res.
That's right. You also have the Mei waiting at the choke, ready to block somebody off for basically a free pick.
Sombra already getting some poke damage in the back.
And the Sombra has already hacked the Bastion. That's the problem with running these comps. The team came in expecting this kind of comp, so they're ready for it. Looks like the Lucio's going to get frozen, but the Mercy is going to come, get him out of the situation. Weeb is getting attacked by the Rhine. He's going to TP out.
Your boy low. Ooh, jumps back up on the top.
Helheim done a very good job of diving this bunker comp and scattering it. Now it looks like both teams are going to fight on and around the point.
Trying to flank around to jump on top of the bunker, it seems. The Lucio is on top of it as well, gets anti, so they have to back out. Charles comes in from the Reinhardt, and the mine destroys the bunker.
Oh, you're going to see hacks coming from the back line. That was a pretty solid take from Helheim on that point 1.
The D.Va does get out of back, and Weeaboo is still behind them, but gets uncloaked at low health.
Alright, now it looks like the team is just going to come around the side and use the cover and push main choke. You can see the Bastion set up on top.
They do have to wait for their D.Va to get back in the mech, though. MJ caught out by the Junkrat trying to run away. Gets taken out along with Jaybird, but down goes Skittles. X-Facts get hacked, half health, gets healed up.
And the Sombra's capping the point. They're going to need to get somebody on that point.
Tyre comes out. Bastion sets up top with the Immortality Field, so is immune for now.
That's almost free 2 ticks for Helheim.
Shadow comes out, but instantly dies. EMP comes in from Elo, gets 3, 4. Weeaboo does have EMP. A lot of, almost 6 ults coming in on the side of Antimatter. See if they can win a fight without using all of them.
You're definitely going to see
in an interesting spot.
Definitely going to see some alt fight come in here because the Lucio has the sound barrier that's going to allow them to push onto point.
I think Weeaboo may be saving EMP just for that, to cancel out the sound barrier. Sombra in behind them. Lucio trying to jump up.
And you can see the Junkrat spamming the Bastion setup through that window there.
Oh, Elo gets slept by the Ana. Can they capitalize on it before they get... Oh, and they translocate out.
Bullet is going to get taken out by the Junkrat spam. Sombra with another hack on the Bastion.
Down goes the Ana.
And they're going to push on a point.
Orisa and Mei contesting the high ground. Down goes Zero. Snoops jumps up to help with the Mercy. Rez comes in. Can they deal with the Mei though? Reinhardt charges and misses.
There's the EMP from Moon.
Cancels the Immortality Field.
Counter
comes
EMP.
In. The Mei gets nano boosted running around trying to kill the Mercy, but is able to escape. Weeaboo goes down, but so does X-Facts. The D.Va and the Sombra are both quite low. Down goes Zero to the Bastion. Although they came in at a little bit of a disadvantage, Antimatter's still managing to hold this.
That's a solid hold from the side of Antimatter. You can see the Sombra from Moon is really efficient at getting those flanks, getting behind the Bastion bunker comp and hacking the Bastion out of it and farming up that ult charge.
The one thing about running Sombra against the Bastion is, with the Reinhardt, only the D.Va can really dive on top of the Bastion after he's hacked. So they have to kind of rotate around to be able to attack the Bastion while he's hacked. It seems that Weeaboo and Snoops are battling in the background. Snoops does have the Riptire up, but down goes Elo.
The more you can, and earlier you can take out the Sombra from either side of the team, the better for your team in general. That's going to make it harder for her to get the EMP off.
Reinhardt gets hacked, but they're chasing him. Jaybird is kind of alone on the side, but is able to walk back into spawn if he gets dove. Riptire takes out the Immortality Field and the Supercharger. An ult for an ult. Was it worth it though? Out comes the Blizzard. Traps 2.
Gonna see the swap off the Sombra onto a Hanzo just for some more kill
Massive
potential.
EMP, a 6-man EMP, but can they capitalize on it? It seems not. Elo getting a 3K on the Hanzo. Shatter comes in just for good measure. Bullet steps on point with the Immortality Field and the Amplification. Dragon Strike comes out, MJ rolling around on the ball, trying to contest for as long as possible. X-Pac just kind of standing still, maybe a BM, gets hacked. Big Anti coming in.
Now one
We're
thing,
still contesting.
one thing with the 2CP map, the longer these fights go on, the more advantage that the defending team is in, because they're able to just respawn and whittle down the team on the attacking side.
Bullet trapped.
And that's going to be second point. A solid first round from Helheim.
They just got picked extremely early in a lot of those fights, and it started to build up. Oh, it seems we have a
we're gonna have a DC.
We cannot pause the game, though, as it has already gone on for a while.
Yeah.
Hopefully, Jaybird can join back by the time the round starts. Maybe just a little bit of a connection issue.
Yeah, it looks like that is going to be an issue with the internet.
See if we can get some talk about what's happening from MJ, maybe? Maybe we'll just wait it out.
It seems like we got a game crash from the side of Jaybird.
Unfortunate. See, can he get back in the 30 seconds until Antimatter attacks? Cannot tell if this is a meme or will they be running triple DPS with the ball.
It might be their best bet. I mean, you do have some really solid DPS players on Antimatter. So if there was any way for them to 5v6, this would be the way to do it.
Helheim is running the double spam with Junkrat and Hanzo to try and control the choke point. And without a shield, everything is open damage. Jaybird does join back. Elon kind of setting up behind them, trying to get some free poke damage before jumping out, most likely. Poggy Woggy goes low.
Jaybird is able to rejoin.
Down goes your boy to the headshot from Snoops. Gets rezzed up though. Evil goes down one more time, and Weeaboo goes down as well. Poggy just kind of sitting behind before blinking out. It'd be smart to chase here. Jaybird and MJ are low. Dragon Strike already ready for Snoops.
Also, a Riptire is very close for Moon. Coming up on 75% for the Lucio and the D.Va. The D.Va's actually right about to have a bomb.
Out comes the Riptire. The Dragon Strike gets nothing, but you're
both supports.
Double kill on both the supports. It looked like Antimatter might have been able to capitalize on the double kill from your boy, but it just gets shut down by the Riptire. Two more ults about to come online for Helheim.
They have all their players now, so now they're going to be able to regroup, get in for their real team fights coming on now.
Mines come out from MJ trying to control the choke. Zero can just walk through that with the shield though and destroy them all.
It is going to bust up his shield and allow them to initiate a team fight.
Pulse comes out. Both support ults coming in from Helheim.
Tracer's going to go down.
Jaybird almost at the sound barrier. Weeaboo does have the Dragon Blade, and your boy almost at the Death Blossom. Rez comes in on Poggy. Blade comes out. Can he capitalize?
That's going to be the Junkrat down. He's going to dive onto point.
The Mercy is kind of out on herself. Shatter comes in. Bomb and Death Blossom. Death Blossom gets 2. Sound Barrier comes out from Jaybird.
Jaybird did not use a Soundbird. However, the D.Va from Helheim did use her bomb and wasn't unable to get a pick from that. Looks like the Hanzo's going to be staggered in this fight. He's not going to be able to touch, and that'll be first point for Antimatter.
5 minutes on the clock. It seems they are flanking around the left side. Their entire team has mobility to get over here.
Yeah, they're going to push right in under the setup of
Down goes
Helheim.
Uses the Dragon Strike. The Reinhardt does have an advantage here because of the ability to brawl.
There's
trading
the
back and forth,
out.
but that is not. Moon gets a double. And it seems that Helheim is going to be able to take this one because of the defender's advantage. Interesting choice for the sound barrier.
They are going to burn the Lucio ult. That's questionable.
Weeaboo also uses the Dragon Blade.
Questionable Dragon Blade.
But he is taking out. Kill, though.
That maybe not as questionable. That is going to give his team time to push back onto point.
The Reinhardt comes in with a charge, misses. Moon just kind of running around the left side, gets met by MJ, who just slams him into the wall. Baptiste coming out from Skittles, and the stall May coming out from Snooze. Will it give them enough time to recontest this? Jaybird already goes down. Your boy frozen. Your boy 1 health on the Reaper.
Jaybird is going to get rezzed by the Mercy.
Valk coming in from Bullet. And the Bastion coming in from Moon sets up on top, takes down Poggy before getting taken out himself. The Baby D.Va and the Moira are the only ones on point right now, with X-Fax coming back in. Snoop's also recontesting. Gets booped off the point though.
But Lucio is going to be able to stall.
Lucio just kind of jumping around. Blade comes in from Weeaboo, as well as the Death Blossom. They have not even gotten a tick yet. As I say that, here comes in the first one. Second one comes in as well. It's cleanup time. Bomb comes in. Interesting bomb. The beat from Jaybird comes in to save his team from that. The May coming in one more time, gonna give them about another 10 seconds of stall if they play it right. MJ takes down 0. The barrage comes in before getting punched into the wall. Beat comes in from X-Fax, still contesting.
It's amazing that Helheim is able to stall this long.
If they can start getting picks, they may be able to turn this around. But down goes X-Fax, Shatter comes out, cancels the Death Blossom from your boy. Blizzard comes in. This may be Helheim's chance to turn this around. Weeaboo is the only one that gets frozen, however. Gets taken down.
Oh, the Moira ult is going to be shut down by the Pharah. The Pharah is going to be taken out by the Bastion.
Gets taken out by your boy. Weeaboo gets rezzed by the Mercy. Snoops freezes Jaybird, but cannot capitalize on the third blade from Weeaboo in this fight. Doesn't pick up anything yet. Still contesting. MJ low antied. Another Death Blossom, the third one as well. And Helheim has been able to get more time. Although this fight started with about 3 minutes left for Antimatter. Antimatter will be attacking again as they have the lower time bank.
That does just show how crazy 2CP is, where as Helheim had to kind of back up, take a few pushes to get onto point and eventually secure it, Antimatter was able to fight and stay on the point that entire time, but they still ended up with a smaller time bank.
1 kill on the defensive side can turn the entire thing because their respawn is right next to the point. And with the amount of stally picks that came out from Helheim, it was extremely hard for Antimatter to focus down one target at a time without risking getting killed themselves. Seems we will have the Pharah, Reaper, and Genji coming in one more time. And Snoops will be bringing out the Mei instead of the Hanzo this time. But about the same comps from both teams. Sticking to what worked, I guess.
You're going to see pretty standard from a Mei on Hanamura. She's going to set up next to the choke to ice off whoever decides to push in first. The Junkrat's going to be able to take off the far off spawn. She's going to get rezzed, however.
Moon is extremely low though, does get healed up. But goes down to Weeaboo. Weeaboo goes down and the res comes in. Slam comes in from MJ. Zero charges in. Antimatter has about 2 good fights here before they have to start rushing onto the point.
They really want to get a foothold before they are forced to do that.
Slam comes in from MJ one more time. Gets walled off and killed. Poggy starting to spam. Gets Moon. Can they capitalize on that? Down goes Weeaboo and the res comes in on Moon, but the res comes in on MJ as well. Helheim with the advantage. Antimatter needs to back up or risk getting staggered.
It looks like the Reaper and the Hamster from Antimatter are going to do just that. Back up and group up for probably their last team fight.
They do get the Diva at a mech on the side of Helheim though. Poggy does have the barrage, and your boy will be coming up on the Death Blossom.
There's the Junkrat tire.
Let's see if we can get anyone. Takes out Poggy, who had their biggest ultimate. Gets
Poggy is going to be rezzed.
Immediately taken out. Death Blossom comes in, as well as the mines. Death Blossom just gets D-Matrix the entire time.
Oh,
he gets booped off the map! Huge boot from MJ, cancels the Lucio ult and takes out the Reinhardt.
Antimatter are able to effectively use that bell in the center of point to stop that Diva Bomb from having any effect.
Helheim will have 2 ults going into the next fight, but Antimatter will have almost 4 as MJ builds up the spine.
But these are 2 very strong ults to have, especially when you're trying to stall for time.
They may try and combo them, shattering and blizzarding, or the other way around. Poggy takes out Moon and X-Fax.
There's the hammer
Huge
down.
shatter comes in.
There's the blade.
The blizzard as well.
But they're able to push past it onto point.
Skills and Zero go down, as well as Trainer. They res up your boy, but Poggy goes down to Moon, who immediately gets taken out by Weeaboo. X-Fax stalling one more time. Zero having some trouble on the Hammond, it seems. Gets stuck beneath. Gets back up.
It's just another absolute brawl on point.
Let's see who has. Oh, Moon takes out Jaybird. Your boy goes down as well. It seems Helheim is taking this one back without even a tick for Antimatter. Blade comes in from Weeaboo. I don't think he can save this.
And it looks like that is going to be it. Now, it is very possible that Helheim is full held on the first point. But all they need is the first point and then a tick on the second.
As soon as they cap the first point, Antimatter can only hope to draw it. Only about 7 seconds more for Helheim, though.
Once again, we may not see a bunker comp, seeing as it wasn't very effective. Helheim was really able to efficiently take down the bunker comp and get onto point pretty quickly. Going to see a triple DPS coming in from Helheim.
As soon as they'll be running, but swapping out a second healer for a second tank, and they'll be swapping back to what they've been running, it seems.
Okay, now we're a more standard 2-2 comp, or 2-2-2 comp.
Antimatter running exactly what Helheim ran on their first defense. With the Hanzo and the Junkrat for the spam damage. Hoggy spamming away.
Now, Poggy would have had a pretty good time if he would have stayed Pharah on this point, because they don't have much to deal with the likes of a Pharah. Maybe the D.Va?
As Trainer goes down out of the mech though, and Weeaboo gets Snoops.
We're going to see Junkrat's going to be in the back line now. Weeb is going to try to go back and take him. Now we're seeing a Junkrat fight, and the Lucio is going to come and support. They're going to try to dive back, but the Junkrat's taking a defensive position inside the building. It's really not a place you want to fight a Junkrat. Snoops is going to switch to the Pharah. Once again, it's going to be hard for the team of Antimatter to be able to take that out. The Dragon comes just a little late, it seems.
2 kills, and the D.Va demeched. Rest comes in on 0, but Trainer and Skittles are taken out. 0 charging away. Moon trying to flank around, maybe get a pick on the Lucio.
Junkrat is stalling point, but most of the fight is happening off of point. This is really not what Helheim wants. They want to be on the point, trying to get as much time as they can. Eventually staggering Antimatter.
Moon does get taken out in a stagger. Helheim will have about 10 seconds to touch the point, which is not very good because they will have to rush without getting a foothold. Snoops is low. X-Fax will be able to touch.
The counter
Shatter. Gets blocked, and Shatter comes out from it. But he misses the charge. Both beats coming out. Higher in for Moon. Let's see if we can get one. Takes on Weeaboo, but the reverse tower comes in from Pug. Gets a double kill. Bomb comes in, gets no one. Bomb comes in for Trainer. Let's see if he can pick up a kill. Down goes Poggy, but and the rest comes in on 0. Dragon Strike comes in. Skittles falls off the map. Down goes your boy. 0 goes down as well. The only one left on point is Snoops right now, almost at the barrage.
He's not going to want to use it because that'll just
give him... Out. Map 1 goes to Antimatter. Extremely, extremely close.
I think it's fair to say that quite a few people expected this would be a pretty easy game from Antimatter, but it looks like Helheim is coming in, proving that wrong right off the bat.
This is that huge play knocking the Lucio off the map.
Weeb definitely deserves some love for that that clutch blade to get them the point in their first attack.
Bullet with 18,000 heals.
That's what I was saying earlier. Bullet's a really strong support player. It's going to be a really good pick for Antimatter, who already have some strong support players.
Going into map 2, which if I am correct is let me think.
King's Row.
King's Row. The Rhine Zarya / Goats map. Zarya is very good on King's Row because of the high amount of energy that she can build up from the close quarter combat. See if we have any subs coming in from either team.
Looks like there was another DC from Jaybird, possibly. Oh, I should go ahead and
swap
set up
Elo and Punisher.
Yep, I'm just getting the settings.
And then, so it's Elo for Punisher, and then put Mew in. and then Draz for Poggy.
All right. So Elo for Punisher. Put in Mew,
And
and
then
then
take out Poggy for Draz.
all right. Now let me get the spectators right. So it's gonna be red
And
team for
oh,
Elo Moon, and
and
then
then
Poggy is gonna be blue
swap
team.
Trainer and Keegan.
All right. For
Here,
Keegan.
I'm just gonna check SRs real quick. Snoops is plat. I think
Oh
they're good.
no. Wait. Somebody else. Oh my God. What did I do? Keegan
Oh,
is gonna be on red team, and then
uh-huh.
Trainer's gonna
Train is
spectate
on red.
red only. There we go.
Let's get a confirmation.
We got the all ready
Okay,
from
Helheim
Helheim.
is ready.
Now I'm interested
I'm
to
just
see
gonna
that Draz and Weeb are in the same lineup because they both are really strong Genji players.
I'm just gonna add MJ so he responds. That's an illegal lineup. I'm going to whip out my handy dandy calculator. I think
Uh,
the average SR should be around
3100.
3100. So we've got.
So I can read them off to you. So Snoops
Okay,
is going to be 3040.
okay, so that rounds down to 3000. It's like rounds
Yeah.
down to like
No, no,
the
no. Well,
most
no.
max
So
set.
I rounded it. It's minus 100.
Yeah, and then
He said, oh, so him and Snoops are going to be switched. So
okay.
from throwing,
So Keegan was GM, I believe. Yeah, Keegan was GM. Punisher was Masters. X-Fax was Diamond. They would have had zero plat players, I believe. Unless zero is plat. No, they would have had zero plat players, so that would have been illegal. I think it still might be, I don't know.
let me check the roster for Helheim. See if
They are on the roster. Elo Earth. He needs to be on his main. Their main account is banned. Uh,
all right. I'm getting added for messages. And then Elo Moon says swap them for Keegan. Okay. I
I'm
wonder
so
what
confused.
they're messaging me their subs.
This is a little bit of a controversy, I guess. believe it's still an illegal lineup. So if you would please read them off, since it says I'm throwing help is diamond, Skittles is diamond, Zero's diamond, Keegan's GM, Punisher's masters,
Yeah, so
and then X-Fax is diamond. That is over. That is 3250. That's over the cap.
Elo Earths is says is platinum.
What are we counting Elo as?
Elo Moon, it looks like they're saying Elo Moon is platinum.
No, that's Elo Earth. That I'm throwing help as Elo Earth. And then they got like their main account banned, so they have to play on a Smurf.
No, Sam Vegito, it's 1-0 in favor of Antimatter.
Counts as diamond.
And that so I'm throwing help counts as diamond.
Yeah.
Now, you did the minus 100, right?
Mhm.
Season 14 minus 100.
Yep.
Okay.
Because private Skittles is. Okay, so Skittles is plat. Okay, I thought Skittles was diamond. My bad. That was my B. But still, it's 3200.
3166, yeah. Some controversy coming in. It seems as though Helheim's seems like Helheim's SR average right now is over the cap.
Yeah. Because I believe they were 19. That divided by 6 is. Yep, 3166.67. So, around that. They're over.
So it seems like they're gonna have to make some swaps or yeah, MJ broke it down in the chat right there. There is two
And
players
that's
count as
exactly what I
3,000,
did.
4,000, a 3,500, and a 2,500, and that is gonna add up to a 3166, which is 66 over the 3,100 SR limit. All right, they're messaging me with lineup changes. Keegan for Moon, so Keegan is gonna go out for Elo Moon. Make Make sure Keegan is spectating red only. Now, does that fix the... And then now they're saying Skittle and Trainer.
What? Elo has a private profile. That is not allowed.
That is true. That's a very good catch. Alright, the profile is no longer private. It's still I don't know, what's the consistent consensus in the Discord?
18. Let me see. 18, 15. They are at they're in the cap now. They're good. They're at 3083.
Okay. Alright.
As long as trainer's plat. Yep.
Yeah, trainer would
They would count as gold. So
yeah, they'd be 2481.
they'd be well below. They'd count as 2000. So
Now, did Elo Moon play last game? Last map?
yes. Yeah, we're good. Oh wait, yeah, Elo. Yeah, you need to let them know that.
I am.
Uh,
That would be a
yeah,
job for the
yeah,
board. One man Bob. The casters are just members of the server as well. We don't have control over the rule book, but all players have been pretty clearly notified that your team average has to be below a cap of 3100, with your season 4 high SR being taken minus 100.
I think that since Helheim lost that match anyway, it doesn't really matter. So
Okay.
you
It
go.
seems like both teams are ready. Now that all that controversy's out of the way, let's go.
The problem would have been if Helheim had won that match, they probably would have had to forfeit it. But since they lost, there's not much you can really do.
Go to Minecraft so far. It is 1-0 in favor of Antimatter.
Keegan, who is a member of Helheim, had messaged me, and I quote, "Watch me backpack this game."
Keegan is no longer in the lineup, so
Yep.
no backpacking.
Yeah.
Now
He said he left.
from attacking side, I really do like to see a Widow on this map. Just for the because this is one of the more annoying chokes I feel. So the Widow does help push in with that. It looks like we are going to see one.
Uh, X-Fax is probably going to swap over to the Lucio, and Elo is a Junkrat player, so maybe they're just messing around. This is interesting, though, because Punisher is a DPS player, I believe.
He is on the Tracer, yeah.
And they have... Elo is a Junkrat player, I'm Throwing is a Widow player, Trainer is a McCree on a Diva player, and X is a Lucio and Zero is a Rhine. So they're going to be rolling out with the triple DPS solo healing Lucio right now. quite
it seems,
risky because their tanks don't have that much healing, especially with the Sombra,
yeah, it
who
seems
would be
like they're
hacking the
gonna
Reinhardt.
really focus on the skill of their DPS players.
And down goes Bullet. Antimatter is running double main support, so they will not have a defensive ult for the Graviton Surge. Zero gets a triple kill, quadruple kill, even. The only one left is Weeaboo, who just translocates out. Punisher going to chase. He's able to escape, though. Draz switches over to the Widow. Trainer only at 28% on the Graviton Surge, though. And Elo is coming up on the Riptire. A good combo would be a Riptire with the Infrasight, so the Junkrat can see exactly where all of the enemy team is. Just kind of spamming from the sidelines right now.
Oh, sorry.
Bullet extremely low right now. Punisher gets hacked. Zero gets a double kill. Out comes a Riptire. Picks up Draz. Bullet trying to fly away. That's the team wipe.
Alright, well, we're seeing this DPS comp just kind of running through right now. I'm also seeing some stuff in the chat that Keegan is still listed as free agent, so therefore he shouldn't be on Helheim's
Well, he's
team.
he's not either way. He's still left, so it doesn't matter.
But was he also one that played last game?
No.
No? Okay. It's going to be a big hammer down
Shatter
from
comes
Helheim.
in. Helheim just running over Antimatter right now. Antimatter needs to stabilize. Draz picks up X-Fax, and they will not have a healer for the upcoming fight, but X-Fax will get back quick as well, so can't really capitalize on that. Draz switches over to the Ashe. Bullet goes to the Baptiste. Weeaboo taking out your boy. He's taken out of his mech. Yumi goes down. Punisher just running through the back line of Antimatter right now. Not getting contested whatsoever. Down goes Draz to the Widowmaker. Shatter comes in, gets a double. Can't do anything. Big EMP. Still no follow-up except for the death of Moon. Trainer has a Graviton Surge. And the only thing that Antimatter can hope to counter is the Immortality Field. Bomb kills X-Fax, so the only healer goes down and Antimatter is finally able to stabilize.
Yeah, Antimatter's finally been able to gain a foothold on Helheim, who's just been constantly moving the payload up to this point.
Again, Antimatter does have to deal with the threat of the Graviton, and down goes Straz. Down goes MJ. Down goes Weeaboo. Helheim. Down goes Bullet. Punisher just running through Antimatter right now.
Alright, well, lots
Down
of things
goes
are going
Mew
on
Mew.
these games.
And they still have the grab. Down goes MJ, but down goes X-Fax. Helheim doesn't have a healer right now. Out comes the grab, gets Bullet. And that's it. 3 minutes and 40 seconds left on the clock for Helheim. Not calling anyone out in particular, but I think we may see a little bit of an argument over Punisher being a smurf in the match chat from a specific someone.
That would be rough.
Speak of the devil.
Lots of controversy going on in this game right now. So I apologize for the shoddy camera work. I'm trying to figure out what's going on here. All right.
The another triple DPS comp coming out from Helheim.
It did seem to work out very well for them last time.
And Antimatter, interesting. The triple tank, 2 main supports, and a Genji.
A 3-2-1 comp. That's actually pretty strong. It is going to be weird to see how it goes against a really DPS heavy comp.
Again, this is we were thinking of this when we were supposed to play Antimatter as well. The fact that Antimatter loves to run the double main support. So Graviton is a big counter if you can pull it off. We're getting a little bit of poke damage in the back.
You're going to see Draz on the Genji. And I'm a little biased, but I really do like to see Draz on the Genji. They are going to push past choke. Now, I do like this Genji pick a lot because whenever you saw the attack from Helheim, the Widow was able to have so much space and basically take whatever shot she wanted to. The Genji's going to be able to kind of dissipate that space a little bit. The Widow's going to have to be a lot more careful now. D.Va's going to dive the Widow.
Weeaboo is half. He's able to get healed up. The Torb getting staggered here. Punisher sneaking around behind them.
I like about this has been a really good game so far. There's going to be a Tracer waiting to dive the back line, but that Tracer taking the attention is going to cause the team to turn around and allow the Widowmaker to get a pick onto Bullet.
Elo does have the Molten Core. Shatter comes out as well as the Infrasight. Molten Core comes out. Both support ults are up, but Yu goes down to the Molten Core.
Counter Shatter.
Out comes the Shatter from Zero. Antimatter will be building up a couple of ultimates this fight. A couple being 5.
Antimatter is going to get pushed back to their spawn.
If Weeaboo can pull off a huge grab, Draz should be able to clean it up with a Dragon Blade, as Helheim doesn't have any form of defensive ult, and the only thing that could maybe stop him is a sleep dart or just an insta kill from I'm throwing.
And you see they're kind of being spawn trapped at the moment. This is definitely the place Widow wants to be.
Low.
Draz is going to be diving and battling the Widow on the top, on the high ground.
Bout comes out.
Now let's try something earlier.
In from MJ. Oh, the grab comes out on both tanks. The nano boost comes in. Draz goes down to the Widow. But Antimatter's still able to pull this one out.
The Moira ult
Punisher
was
doesn't kill their entire team again.
Moira ult was used by Antimatter as well.
Elo goes down. Punisher still behind, going to spawn camp the Mei. And he knew! And he takes out Punisher.
Draz switches from the Genji to the Mei.
That's a little suspect. How did Draz know that Punisher would be there unless he heard him? Molten Core comes in. Draz is slept up top. Both shatters coming out. MJ kind of in there alone, getting separated because of the Molten Core. But his team is able to follow up on it. No matter what, Antimatter will have less time going into this. Elo goes over to the Junkrat. Punisher gets taken out.
It's a really good fire strike.
Punisher seems to be staying behind and getting picked off after these fights are over.
Yeah, that is going to be a rough stagger.
Trainer does have grab, and especially with the Mercy down, this will be a good opportunity to use it. Grab comes in. Oh, and the wall saves Weeaboo from the charge.
The Moira comes out as well as Widow. Wall
Oh
hacks.
no. Down goes Widow, but Blizzard comes in. Gets two. Oh, almost two. Lucio's able to escape. For now, gets
Diva's
taken
gonna
out.
be rezzed.
Zero getting chased into a corner. Who is the better Reinhardt? MJ takes out Zero. Antimatter rolling up. The final point. Riptide comes in from Elo. Can he get a big kill? No.
He actually anticipated. MJ was able to anticipate when the Junkrat was going to blow that up.
The bomb falls off the map for your boy. Shadow comes in. Can they follow up on it? Only Weeaboo goes down. And that's it. Pretty decent time bank for both teams.
Alright. Seems like a lot of the stuff has died down, so I can focus on the game again.
Let's go have a look in the stream chat real quick.
Gonna see the same kind of comp from both teams. Junkrat is going to set up a trap at the front door of the spawn, but I don't know if anybody's really going to fall for that. Get some Junkrat spam early on. There's another trap set up right along the side of the wall. Weave is going to take that out, and Tracer was waiting for an ambush. It's going to be 3 down for Antimatter. There's the 4th. 5th. They're gonna take a shot at the choke again. The Junkrat tower comes behind it. That is gonna get the Mercy. Junkrat is gonna get doped by the Diva, who he's gonna take out of mech. They're gonna switch to the Winston from MJ. Maybe dive out some of these squishies, but Diva is gonna get headshotted. Now, the Winston was stuck in that hammer down, but was booped out away from the charge. Now it looks like we might see a full hold. Alright, yeah, he's still in here. Another Junkrat Tiger. And that's going to take out Weeb. Antimatter's going to push the fight to point, but it seems like they're down a few people. Alright, and it looks like that is going to be it. It's going to be a full hold from Helheim on the first point. So now Antimatter is going to have to do the exact same full hold to be able to draw this game.
Antimatter has no chance of winning this. The score right now is 1-0 to Antimatter.
Even if this game does end up being a draw, there's still going to be a
Still
lot of
will
room.
be.
A lot of room for either team to win.
If this match is a draw, though, we will not have a map 5. Unless the next map, well, actually, no. Because I doubt that a escort map will be drawn, so we will not have a map 5 if this goes to a draw. Running out with quintuple support. The immortality field, a little overshot. Quite interesting play.
Ryan is going to get
They
charged
charge
there.
MJ. Actually, might have
goes down.
saved him there. MJ goes down. Bastion goes down. Helheim does have the advantage with 2 down, 3 down for Antimatter. I think this might be it. With Bullet falling and Mew Mew falling, the only ones left are Weeaboo and your boy. MJ rolls back in on the ball and gets charged right off the point.
It was a solid charge from Zero.
1-1 to Helheim. Our next map will be Nepal. Moon coming in with the play of the game with the oh, this is Zero's quad.
Seems like Elo was just able to get a lot of damage in on everyone that was killed there.
Is MJ going to say something? Question mark. Okay, there it is.
Oh no, it seems like Elo Earth is 41-15. Let me go ahead and set the lobby up just to be safe. So that way whenever both teams are ready. Nepal, right?
Yep. So it seems that I'm Throwing won't be allowed to play with Elo or Punisher because of his SR.
Here. So it seems like the main account for Elo Earth is actually in T5, possibly.
MJ is quite well known for, uh, can I say this on stream? Question mark. Don't
Well,
really want to get in trouble, so.
there is something. I mean, I would say that there's nothing wrong with bringing up if a team is using illegal lineups.
Yeah, but he's quite well known for doing it.
Yes, but it seems like the team is running an illegal lineup. So at the end of the day, the rules are there for a reason.
It's kind of hard to tell with the account being banned. We can't really look at it unless somebody has it added. But even then, the profile may be private and there's no way of changing that. See what we come to we'll have to figure out if that map is forfeit because of an illegal lineup.
Keegan has joined the game again.
That's illegal. Helheim will have to forfeit that map.
All right, so we're just gonna wait for the ruling on that last map.
From the facts that have been presented, it seems that they ran an illegal lineup. So the map will be forfeit by Jaybird's ruling. Keegan does have a point. He says that Jaybird shouldn't be allowed to make a ruling because he is on their roster. But even then,
But even then, there's nothing opinionated coming in. Jaybird's opinion isn't coming in; it's strictly numbers. So if an account is, if they're running two masters and a GM, that's illegal regardless of what board member rules it.
yeah. I guess we'll have to figure all this out. Give us a little bit of time. This is kind of the same situation that Fluid was in. I will be right back. Give me one moment.
Go ahead. Apologies for the break in action while we get this all figured out.
So, have we had an official ruling yet?
We have not gotten an official ruling as of late. Private Snicker. There we go. Several people are typing.
I'll invite EX. She's not online. I have her added.
Oh, okay.
It's just she's not online.
I don't think I have Yigs added at all.
I know I used to. I don't know if I have a. Let me check. Okay, for some reason it's not letting me invite her. It
Because
says she's online.
I have it on my friends only, so that's what I'm saying.
Oh, okay. Well, you can add her.
me. Oh. Alright, I'm just gonna friend Yigs. Should I invite Yigs to the party as well? Actually, really rough. Private Snicker is anti. I already invited Yigs to the party.
So, Kings Row. Yeah, match chat's disabled.
Alright, I'll have to go.
I
I'll have
don't
to.
know if she wants. She's saying if they're in it. So I don't know if swapping you and Yigs.
Was Yigs playing?
Yigs is playing now.
Okie dokie. Where did Mew go? There it is. Okay, so did we get confirmation that that is a forfeit map from?
Yep. Yigs says any map that is played with an illegal lineup is forfeit.
So that would be.
Two. Here, let me make sure. Can you read off like minus 100 and then round it down, whatever,
Well,
for me, please?
they have different lineups now. They've changed characters. But do you mean for this current lineup?
Yeah, yeah. So
Okay.
Snoop is, it's like
All right.
round down or whatever. Just say whatever.
Yeah. So season high. So Snoops would be 3,040.
Okay.
Trainer would be 2481.
Okay.
Zero would be 3202.
Okay.
Elo Moon would be 3841.
Okay.
Punisher OW would be 3720. That
and
with
XFAT.
I'm not gonna say anything about that. XFAX has a private profile.
Um, you want to say or you want me to?
I'm gonna say it.
He had an open profile before. I know that. I checked it earlier, but I don't remember what it is.
Well, that's really sus.
Yeah.
Once again, sorry for the delays while we get all this figured out.
Okay, let's see if he opens it.
It's open now.
What is
XFAX
it?
is 3428.
Clean 3000. They're good.
He's right. It's been an hour and a half, and two maps have been done.
I mean, Overwatch League was having that problem earlier too, so why not us join them?
Exactly, except for ours is teams not knowing the rules rather than a citywide power outage.
What is this? We just need confirmation from Helheim that they're ready.
They had better be. Just say
Somebody
ready.
better. Okay, let's go.
Okay, hour and a half later. Let's go. So
So map 3,
to
Nepal.
to keep everybody up, first map went to Antimatter. Second map, even though it was won by Helheim, they used an illegal lineup, so therefore they had to forfeit King's Row. So it is now 2-0 in favor of Antimatter. And now we're on Nepal, map 3, an hour and a half later.
The thing about Nepal is every map is good for a different set of tanks. Village is good Winston map, also a good May map. Shrine is a good Rhine Zarya map, as well as a Farah. And Sanctum is good Hog and Orisa. Doomfist coming in from Weeaboo.
All right.
Hog coming in from Snoops. Trainer switches to the Ana. Elo and Punisher will be running the old school dive DPS. Let's see how that works.
We saw Punisher was able to really effectively use that Tracer on King's Row.
Weeaboo punches him, however. Forces the recall out early. Getting in a little poke damage on the side. Antimatter takes control over the point for right now. Let's see if Hell can get on and make a switch. Almost caps it, and they do.
Now it's all about defending this point, for which they have characters that are really proficient at doing so. The Ana's going to be frozen and killed by the Mei.
The blade comes out. Doesn't get anyone yet. Still no kills for Elo on the huge pulse bomb, however, from Punisher.
That was a really good predicted charge from Zero.
See if we've got any more questions.
Combat, the score is 2-0 in favor of Antimatter.
Hey look, I'm best caster.
We're not going to talk about that.
Best caster. Also,
obviously
AJ
Arcast is
says
the best caster.
Best map 5 was Zenith versus Nocturnal. Hey, I won that, so I am the best, according to the chat.
Oh, that's...
Huge shatter comes in. Yiggs goes down to the charge, however. Drastic gets a double. Nano comes in on 0 but gets taken down by Draz. Draz gets a triple kill.
Triple kill.
Coalescence does come out from Bullet. Yiggs does have the sound barrier still. Your boy also has the bomb. Snoops has a whole hawk. X-Fax has a sound barrier. And Punisher and Elo are coming up quickly on their DPS ults. Draz, kind of low. See if he can get healed up without getting taken out. We move
like
half as well.
His
Hook
team
in
is
on
going to be able to
Draz.
peel back and help him out.
The wall comes in, splits off Zero and Elo for the rest of their team. Let's see if they can follow it up. Draz barely escapes getting charged because of the freeze. Beat comes out. Let's see if Yiggs will respond with a beat of her own. Shatter comes in, drops 2. That's a lot of ultimates coming in from both sides. Down goes triple kill from your boy with the bomb. May have just saved this point for Antimatter. Weebu and Bullet both have ults. Elo is the only one that has an ultimate for the side of Helheim coming into the final fight.
That blade really can turn the tides of one team fight, though.
Zero swaps to the swaps Winston, then swaps back to Reinhardt. I don't know if he'll be able to get back in time to really help his team fight. Duke swaps over to the ball. They're coming back.
And as long
Elo
as
extremely low, he has to pull out the blade.
As long as the Tracer is able to stay alive, she will be able to farm up her ult here in the middle of
Meteor
this fight.
Strike comes in. 6. Yiggs goes down, but Weeaboo gets a double kill with the Meteor Strike.
And that's going to be the blade out for this fight unless they're able to stall long enough for him to get back.
Punisher, the only one on point right now, goes down. X-Fax isn't able to touch. Map 1 goes to Antimatter. 141. This was the map of big ultimates. Doubles and triple kills all around. We're going to Sanctum next. Very good boop map.
And you do have 2 very good Lucio players on both sides.
MJ going over to the Orisa.
Once again, that pull.
Orisa Hog for Helheim with Orisa Diva for Antimatter.
Lots of boop. Lots of boop on the
Punisher
side of
swaps
Helheim.
over to the Widow. Junkrat and Widow both very good on this map because of the sightlines. Draz comes in on the McCree, another very good pick for this map. MJ goes straight to point. Trying to set up early like they did last time. Weebu gets slept to the back. Gets antied. But he doesn't get taken out yet, and he will by Trainer. Antimatter still has slight control at this point. Punisher takes out Draz. Both DPS down for Antimatter.
Very strong positioning for that Roadhog. All he needs is a sightline, and he can basically get a free kill. Liegzi gonna boop off the Ana. That's very good. You want to take the Ana out early in the fight so she isn't able to farm out that Nano.
That will be the only kill for Antimatter in this fight, however. MJ swaps over to the Winston. Draz goes over to the Widowmaker. Bullet goes to the Mercy. Weebu swaps over off the Doomfist to the Genji. Punisher does put up Infrasight. It would get an easy headshot, seeing through their wall, seeing through the wall.
Junkrat stood over here, ready to. Honestly, he could dive the Widow here if he. But no, it looks like he's gonna come up behind.
Oh, Draz cancels his ult.
He's gonna lose the Widowmaker duel, however.
Elo in an awkward stance. MJ takes out Punisher. Weebu takes out Trainer. X-Shot's kind of hopping around while Zero's getting focused.
He's gonna be in for the Orisa, and the Lucio's just gonna
Elo
do whatever he can.
back.
Junkrat's able to throw some damage over the top, and Draz gets
he
back
can't
into
stall
position.
for long enough, however. EA's kind of getting booped around, flying around the map.
Weep is getting very close to his Dragon Blade, and they don't have really any ults that are going to be able to counter that. Here comes the bomb over the Orisa shield. Gets
oh, almost destroyed. That could have been a double if it had been destroyed. MJ gets pulled off the map. MJ gets booped twice and down goes Bullet. Supercharger comes out. Your boy gets knocked out of his mech. Giggsy almost at the sound barrier. Decides to use it. Maybe not the smartest play.
Yeah, I would say that is a questionable ult usage from
Draz
Giggsy,
does
but
get a double kill, however.
is able.
But gets hooked and killed.
Was able to stall that point out a little bit, but I'm not sure it was worth the Lucio ult to do so.
Quite a few ults coming in on both sides.
No, Diana does have Nano. In this situation, though, I'm not sure who you'd prioritize as the target for the Nano Blade. Or, I'm sorry, not Nano Blade, Nano in general.
Oh, Smoops almost gets booped off the mat. MJ in with the Primal. The Ana is extremely low, has to throw out the Nano for risk of dying before using it. Yiggs is in the corner. Can she get out? No, she cannot. Weeaboo goes down as well. Bullet comes in for the res onto Weeaboo. Able to get it off. MJ gets Trainer. MJ gets booped off the map once again. Blade comes in from Weeaboo. Gets taken out by Moon.
Bullet is going to battle Mercy to stall at the point.
Able to stall long enough for Yiggs to come back. Maybe get a big boop to turn this fight around. But no.
Here comes the Dragon. And that's going to be
and
point
we're
two
going
for
to
Helheim.
Shrine. Back and forth match so far.
As I said earlier, I think a lot of people expected this to be a pretty clear game for
Antimatter.
Yeah, sorry, I was reading things in the chat. Yeah, my bad. Yeah, I think a lot of people expected this to be a pretty clear win for Antimatter, but Helheim are proving that that's just not going to be the case. They're going to have to work for it if they want the win.
Helheim is rocking out the exact same comp they ran last time. If it's not broken, why fix it?
Antimatter going to come around the backside. It is going to be rough, though. They've already been able to set up with the Orisa shield on, but the Reinhardt's going to allow them to have the shield and push on at the same time.
Gets taken out by Moon. MJ manages to get Trainer, but both supports are down for Antimatter.
Genji's able to get a few kills, but isn't going to be enough. It's just the DPS left on the point.
And down goes Weebu. The only one left is Draz, and he will be able to stall for a little bit of time, but long enough for Yiggs to get back and maybe stall for even longer. She will be trying to do, or I guess trying to run away, but gets focused down. Oh, manages to wall right up and get away.
Some solid movement to get away so that she wasn't able to get staggered.
Pulsron comes in for Punisher, doesn't get anyone. Draz switches over to the McCree, trying to deal with Punisher. One of the best counters to that Tracer. The
Punisher,
stun with the headshot is an insta-kill. Zero kind of farming.
Punisher on the Chaser has been able to really effectively assault their back line and make it much harder for them to focus on the fight.
Helheim does manage to get a couple of kills and hold on to this point. MJ does have the shatter. Both teams about coming into this fight with a couple of ultimates. Helheim building up to 2 more in just a little bit. As well as Antimatter. They're trying to chase down X-Fax. Can they get him? Yes.
Has swapped over to the Moira.
They don't really have to worry about too many like CC type ults, so that's smart for the extra healing. Shatter comes in, gets the Roadhog, gets nano boosted so he can stay alive. Out comes the whole hog, gets deflected back in his face. High Noon comes out. Lots of ultimates. Down goes Trainer. Down goes X-Fax, but down goes Draz as well. Snoops goes down. Zero the only one contesting right now. Punisher jumps onto the point, jumps back. May be able to stall this up to 94%. Antimatter does use all of their ultimates in that fight. Elo spawn camping Draz right now. Weeaboo going back to maybe help out, gets rezzed. Can he deal with Moon on his own though, is the question. No! Draz takes out Elo, but Yiggsy goes down on the point. Trainer does go down as well. Helheim very close to swapping this. Bullet goes down. Dragon Strike comes in. 4% left. Baby Diva manages to touch, but gets taken out instantly by the Dragon Strike.
Moira gonna fade onto point. Is gonna be killed by the hook.
Killed. And Helheim. Oh, Shatter almost comes out, but gets stopped. Still contesting. Bullet goes down, and Helheim takes map number 3.
Score is now gonna be 2-1.
Seems they can win even without an illegal lineup.
Alright. Now let me check. Map number 4 is gonna be
Rialto.
We might be forced to go to a map number 5 just to decide the actual winner for this game.
Gonna check and see if there are any subs coming in. Put Mew in.
Give me 1 second. Let me put on.
Okay.
Okay, put Mew in.
And Snicker for your boy. Snicker left. See if we have any subs coming in for Helheim. Rialto, probably the most known escort map that can be full held. Snoops and Jay Stewart.
All right.
That was a nice voice crack.
Mine?
Yeah, yeah. Alright.
Did it?
Yeah.
Well, how about it?
He's... What? Why would Keegan be considered Diamond? He's GM. He's GM. What? Literally have him on my friends list. I can go check. Keegan 330. Season 14 high is 4127. Oh yeah, Keegan's on Helheim now. He's not in free agents anymore.
You just. Okay. He just put a.
So Keegan
He
definitely
just put his
Keegan.
He just put his info on free agent at 3 o'clock.
Yeah, that's
3:50.
why I was asking. Why would Keegan count as Diamond? He is a GM player. The last time he would have even counted as Diamond,
Trainer
let alone
for Private Skittles.
the last time Keegan would have counted as anything lower than Masters was season 6. So we are going into what may be our final map. Keegan cannot come in because Moon counts as, I think it may be legal. Here, let me go through.
It's their team. I'm not.
Yeah,
As a team captain, you should know what your team's SR is and what the lineups are.
Keegan has told me he has never even played with these people before. So if they run this, they would, unless Jay Stewart isn't even on his main account. I think that would be legal, actually. Man, what is it with Helheim and getting their main accounts banned? Okay, Antimatter's ready. Okay, let's go.
Both teams ready?
Mm-hmm.
Nice too. All right, Rialto. This is one of the, if not the hardest escort map.
To even get past first point on. We have the Orisa Hog coming in for Antimatter on defense, along with Yiggsy on the Ana, and Weeaboo on the Sombra. We'll see Widow Junkrat from Helheim. Both teams most likely going for some kind of boot. This map is, especially right here, known for boots. Oh my goodness, the double boot comes in for X-Fax.
Alright. Looks like they're gonna be able to push out a spawn. That's the big problem with this escort map. Weeb's gonna get the hack on Ryan. Get some damage on him before his team's able to peel back and give him a hand.
Weeb just kind of sitting around and watching from the side. Snicker goes down. Mew gets the res off, and MJ gets X-Fax. So now Antimatter has the advantage. MJ gets a double kill. Weeaboo goes down, but Drastic gets a pick on Elo. J Stewart gets demeched. Down goes J Stewart and Private Skittles to Yiggsy.
So they are able
to
fend off that attack, and this is a pretty good spot to set up a defense.
Snicker does have the high noon up, and Weeaboo has EMP almost. That may be a good combo, but he gets taken out before he can build it up.
Ela Moon also has the Junkrat tire.
And he drops behind them, waiting. Nobody sees him yet. He's above them. He drops it. He gets it gets a double kill before getting taken out himself. Punisher picks up Weeaboo. High Noon comes out, picks off the Moira.
That's going to shut down the Moira. He's going to flash over the Reinhardt shield
Before getting taken out. Punisher just kind of SMGing from above the end of first point. Beat drop comes in from Yiggsy to keep them both alive. EMP comes in as well. X-Fax does have the beat drop here. He's extremely low. Let's see if they can focus him down before he gets to use it. He takes out Weeaboo, and Mimi picks up Punisher. Beat drop comes in as well as his shatter. J-Stewart gets back in mech. Zero gets destroyed after getting hacked. The bomb comes in. Picks up two, but the res gets canceled.
Elo Moon going to swap from the Junkrat over to the Genji. Not sure if that's the play you want whenever there's a Sombra on the enemy team.
He does almost have the Dragon Blade. Drastic's still able to contest long enough for Yiggsy to get back as well as Private Snicker. He does almost have the high noon, but he might get taken out before he has a chance to use it, and that will happen. Hack comes in onto Elo. but he's able to be kept alive. Oh, the shatter gets blocked. Zero takes Mew Mew all the way back to their spawn, and they cap it, and they will get the stagger off onto Drastic.
That they are able to get the first checkpoint.
Half of their team is split because of the bad spawn. Drastic kind of hobbling back to his team.
Weebology also going to be running back to his team.
He does have the high noon EMP combo here, and out it comes. Blade comes in as well, picks off Mew Mew, picks off Snicker, picks off MJ and Dracidic. That's a quad kill for Moon.
It's going to be a huge blade for the side of
A
Helheim.
team wipe. Zero does manage to hang on to the shatter as well, and X-Fact. Oh, that's a huge pick. Before the fight even begins, Punisher shooting into the spawn of Antimatter. Snicker switches off, the McCree goes to the Reaper. They will have Graviton coming into this fight, as well as both support ults are almost built up. Weeaboo wins the Widow War against Punisher. Shatter comes out from Zero. Grab comes out as well. Huge grab. They were able to kill 2 people before the sound barrier comes off.
The sound barrier did come out just a tad bit late, I think.
Rez comes in on Weeaboo. Big shatter.
Weave's gonna swap to the Widow to challenge the Widow of Punisher.
Jay Stewart does have bomb, and Elo is building up to that Dragon Blade. No ults yet on the side of Antimatter. And MJ does go down early to X-Fax. They will be pushing without a main tank. The bomb and the blade come out.
Both supports go down, followed by the Zarya.
MJ barely is able to touch. He needs to die right here or risk getting staggered. Teabag, Elo Moon is teabagging Weeaboo. Now Helheim is the one without any ults that can like really change a fight besides that Infrasight, which may lead to an early pick.
Weeb also has his Infrasight to counter, but the Zarya does have grab.
Private. The Graviton gets eaten by Jay Stewart, and down goes Weeaboo. Shatter does come out, gets blocked.
MJ had his
down
shatter as well.
The Vault comes out, Mew is able to get the res off on MJ. Shatter comes out, gets Private Snicker. Mew does fall to Punisher. As well as Weeaboo and Yiggs. Punisher with a triple kill. Moon just pops a Dragon Blade to help clean up. The Diva and the Reaper are the only one left. Now it's only the Diva and no one else can touch. 1 minute and 12 seconds left on the clock for Helheim.
That was a solid push from the side of Helheim. Alright, let's see how Antimatter's gonna counter that. They really have to do something about the Widow for the side of Helheim. He's able to have a lot of space, take pretty much any shot on almost any character he wants to, and without much contesting.
Apparently, I'm a feeder. So I'm the best caster, and I'm also a feeder.
Well, caster doesn't equal player.
I am a feeder. Main tank is basically a feeding.
You're gonna see the Widow once again for Punisher OW. Really similar
Jazz
comp.
will be running the counter Widow.
Now, I don't know if just straight challenging the Widow v Widow is what they want to do here. It hasn't been quite as successful for Antimatter as I bet they would have hoped, but you do have 2 really skilled Genji players.
They will be setting up. Antimatter was pushed up much farther, which allowed them to get the boop off. So this play from Helheim is much smarter. They don't risk getting booped off by that Lucio by playing that close to the edge. Yigs does get the boop on the X.
Draz is going to take out the Genji, but is going to be counterpicked by the Widow from Helheim.
Down goes 0 to Private Snicker. Skittles trying to run away. Gets killed by Yigs. The only one left is Jay Stewart trying to run away with the help of X-Fax, who's speed boosting him out. He does go down to the Reaper, though. X-Fax does go down. But the thing is, Antimatter hasn't been pushing the payload this whole time, so they are just now about to come around the corner, which will give Helheim enough time to come back and contest before they even get close to reaching the end of first point.
Yeah, they were able to push them back, though, and build some ult charge. Didn't know you could 70% completely phase through this door. That's kind of weird. Guess it's
Mew does go
point.
Down to Punisher, as well as Draz. 2 down for Antimatter there. Down goes Yigs. Sticker just trying to get some ult charge. Weeb does go down, but he does build the grav.
Draz is going to switch over to the Genji.
They might be going for a grav Death Blossom combo here. Shatter will be coming up for 0.
That could end up being pretty effective. There's no support ults at the moment. If Snickers is going to get picked, that's going to make that really rough for them.
He does get res, however. If they can push now before X-Fax is able to get the sound barrier, they may be able to win this with the grab.
This is going to be a race against...
Oh, huge Shatter comes in. Death Blossom comes in. Doesn't get anything. Gets taken out. MJ is able to follow up on the grab, though. Gets a triple kill. Punisher just kind of spamming. Gets charged by MJ. Gets a quad kill. Moon just kind of hiding behind them, trying to run away, while the Coalescence goes off for Private Skittles.
I'd like to point out, MJ gave no mind that Moira was ulting. He just followed her, chased her, and was swinging.
That's what a real Chad Reinhardt does. Big Shatter comes in from MJ. Is able to kill Jay Stewart. Elo does pick up Private. Oh, the Moira ball gets a double kill. Helheim is able to hold. With 1 minute left on the clock for Antimatter.
Just pushing that payload back a little bit at a time. They're gonna have maybe another team fight or two.
Flanking around the backside.
That's not a bad play. That's gonna make it very rough for the Widowmaker.
Down goes Punisher.
Charging that high ground, they focus that Widow before any of the other characters.
Giggs gets a beat drop off. 0 goes down. Down goes Skittles. Punisher shooting from spawn now.
Mew was actually dueling the Genji.
Antimatter is able to pick up first point. 2.5 minutes on the clock to cap Streets phase. Skittles will swap over off of the Mercy onto the Baptiste. Or no, Moira, not Mercy. Might be. Why is Chaston here?
Not sure.
And there Chaston goes.
Left.
Stickers does pick up 2. Elo takes out... Oh, Punisher gets a double kill. Elo follows up by killing Yigs with the Dragon Blade and Weeaboo.
It's going to be a pretty solid
Score
kill.
Right now is 2-1 to Antimatter. Down goes Draz to the Widowmaker. The Widowmaker has been the bane of Antimatter's existence for this map, and down goes Snicker right as I say that. Shatter comes out, doesn't pick up anyone. MJ has not had too many good shatters this game. Skittles does go down to the dragon.
Helheim is able to hold this point. The Widow gets the pick.
Taken out right as she jumps out of spawn. No ults up for Antimatter. MJ diving onto the Widow, trying... Oh, but he gets taken out as he dives alone without the help of his diva. Charge comes in from zero, takes out Yiggs. Antimatter with one fight left before we go to a map 5 possibly.
Now what would map 5 be?
Ilios. Both beat drops coming out. Grab comes out, and the blade.
Oh, by the blade. That's gonna be rough.
Shatter comes out, takes down Weeaboo. Stigger is able to take out Elo, however. Weeaboo gets demeched by the charge. Dragon comes in, splits the team. Zero runs right into the dragon. Antimatter may be able to turn this one around as MJ picks up Jay Stewart. Winston dives in, uses his primal to knock around both Punisher and Skittles. Chasing Punishers all the way into the back line. Draz is able to pick off Skittles. There's the main healing source for Helheim gone.
Now the Winston is going to dive in with the support of the Diva.
But the Diva gets taken out.
Now the Winston is going to be on the Widow in the back. That's going to be a Death
Huge
Blossom.
Death Blossom takes out both, with the help of Draz, takes out the Mercy and the Widowmaker. All they have to do is not C9 and they will cap second point. X putting up a little bit of a contest before getting taken out. They do split half the team with those spawns. They are not able to capitalize on it, however. Jay Stewart a little pushed up. Gets dove on, but is probably going to be able to escape. Dragon's comes out, trying to split the team. Punisher takes out Draz. Bomb comes out from Weeaboo. Doesn't pick up anyone. Weeaboo kind of in there alone right now. MJ comes in to try and help, but it's too late. Draz falls once again to Punisher. Punisher gets taken out by Mew Mew, however. Antimatter with one fight left to cap third point. Otherwise, we will be going to our 5th map, which is Ilios. Five ults for Helheim right now to 0. Besides that sound barrier, which is about to be built up by Yiggs.
This is looking really rough for the side of Antimatter.
The grab comes out, huge grab. Blade comes in and the shatter takes out everyone. Elo with a quad kill with that Dragon Blade. I've been able to pick up Punisher. Big Death Blossom comes in, takes out 2, but is it enough?
Looks like they're going to be able... He takes out the Reinhardt. Now it's just 2 DPS, and MJ makes it to the point as the hamster. He's giving his team time to stagger back.
They will continue to roll with the payload. What a huge play from Private Seeker on the Reaper.
Murky has been able to build up Valk, sorry. Draz is almost to that dragon.
Down goes MJ. Blade comes out once again for Elo. Picks off Yixi. I think this will be it.
Draz was able to get that dragon, but not in time to help his team with that.
We will be going to map 5 Elo with the play of the game on the Genji. The huge blade, the damage boosted blade into the Graviton Surge where everyone has been shattered, will probably lead to a couple of kills to say the least.
It looks like we're going to be going to a map 5 to decide the winner.
Now let's check on both captains to see if we have any subs. Will Helheim be able to pull off the reverse sweep? Chaston is now a free agent.
Poggy is going to come in.
Poggy Woggy is coming back in.
And Antimatter is ready.
Okay, now we just need a confirmation from Helheim.
Alright, both teams are ready. Final map. And the thing, this can go very quickly. Control point maps can be pretty one-sided. And if you remember, the last control point map we played did go to the side of Helheim.
We will be starting off on Well.
Definitely going to probably see some Roadhogs on either side.
Some
Lucios.
Roadhogs, some Orissas, some Lucios, maybe a Pharah. A lot of boops come in on this map because of the giant hole on the middle of the point.
This has been a very long game.
Yeah. It's been
like 2 hours.
It's been over 2 hours.
2 hours. Yeah.
Oh, that's why I was like last game, like, please, Antimatter, just win.
Well, I think you can still play the 5th map if they want to, right? But I don't know if any of them would want to play the 5th map after that.
So I'm staring into the void right now. Would you like to come join me? Like, I'm in the bottom of the well, and I'm looking on the side, and you can't see anything.
Rip. There's like noises down here too.
Yeah. We'll be seeing the Doomfist and the Genji on the side of Antimatter, and the Pharah Widow on the side of Helheim. Hog, Orisa, and Lucio for Hog, Orisa, Lucio, and Mercy.
They're definitely gonna have to swap up their comp. Antimatter is, because that Widow is gonna be, or I'm sorry, the Pharah is gonna be nearly uncontested. Weeaboo's gonna be sucked in. Jay followed right by. Doomfist is gonna take out the
Punisher
Orisa.
does get res.
Mercy is able to fly back up.
Antimatter will take the first cap though. Yiggsy contesting the far with that wall ride.
And Draz heard what I said and is going to try to contest the Pharah as the Genji.
Hoggy gets rezzed up. MJ almost at the supercharger, while Elo is almost at that barrage, which can totally change the fight.
Especially with an Orisa type comp where they're going to be hiding behind her shield.
And out it comes.
Takes
Double
out
kill
Draz
for
and
Elo.
Weeaboo.
Yiggsy also going to fall soon, most likely to the Pharah. Takes out Mew as well. MJ the only one left.
And yet Poggy's going to switch to the Soldier.
Antimatter will be able to build up almost 50% on the point though.
That's not a bad first hold.
MJ does have the supercharger Draz with the Dragon Blade.
X-Fax is going to go
down.
down.
Goes X-Fax. But Weeaboo follows. Down goes Yiggs. Dragon Blade comes out from Draz, see if he can get any kills with it. None yet. Down goes
He's gonna take
Punisher.
out the Widow. Even though that's a Widow pick, that's a large pick. That Widow's been causing them lots of
Elo goes down.
problems.
Draz picks up both DPS. Skittles does res up Elo. Supercharger does come out from MJ.
X-Fax going in, almost boops the Orisa into the well.
Both teams at about the same percentage on the point now. Weeaboo does pick off X-Fax. Yiggsy harassing the back line of Helheim. Gets almost boops both tanks into the pit. J Stewart goes down. Big barrage though from Elo, exactly like you said.
The Widow in the back is gonna, with the help of the Mercy, is able to be fend off the dive from Draz. Antimatter's gonna really need to get some point presence here. A couple ults are gonna come in. Yiggsy does have the sound barrier. He's gonna use it, but
down goes Punisher. MJ gets rezzed up.
Weeb goes down the well. So does Poggy.
Big barrage from Elo takes out two, and it will be, unless some miracle blade happens, which it won't, first map will go to Helheim.
The pressure is on Antimatter now. They have to win this next one or else the game is going to go to Helheim.
They lose their number one spot. Actually, do they just stay number one because Eclipse dropped as well?
I mean, if Eclipse dropped, yeah. It put their record at about the same then, right?
They'd both be 4-2. So yeah, Antimatter, if they lose this, still is number one. Either way, they're number one still. But it's either they're tied for number one, or they just are number one. And it seems Zenith did Krusty Crew forfeits to Zenith. So Zenith will get 4 extra maps and move up in the rankings over us, which they won't be for long because we're gonna win tomorrow. But you know, that's a different story.
Yeah, I'm actually, it's rough to hear because I was almost in that game.
But then you weren't. Goats coming out from Antimatter just gets rolled over by the Pharah.
Wow, that is going to be a pretty decisive wipe.
Already trying to think of some MVPs possibly.
Antimatter's gonna dive onto the point.
Moon gets 2 kills with the barrage before getting taken out by Yiggs. Helheim able to take the fight again, holding on. Whoa, that was whoa. I heard some like banging noises because it's like the soldier running around. I got startled. And they swap off of the goats. Yiggs goes to the Ana. Draz and Poggy both go to snipers. Trying to deal with that Pharah in any way possible. Draz doesn't have to worry about an enemy Widow contesting him. Down goes X to Poggy. Punisher comes out. Big shatter comes in from Zero.
MJ's gonna be charged.
Draz takes out 2. Draz's kills were in vain and Zero gets a quad kill. 1 fight territory here for Antimatter. This will be the final fight.
One more
as
fight
long as
for
Antimatter.
Antimatter. No ults really on either side, although the Graviton is just about to be up.
We may have time. Both 2 supports picked off. If they can touch, they do at 99%. 2 kills already for Antimatter. Traded back. Poggy gets another kill. Both teams are trading back and forth. Helheim still trading, and Helheim will take
Draz is
the
able to
map.
contest, but it's not going to be enough.
The match goes to Helheim 3-2. Both of our #1 teams have been taken out by underdogs.
I guess that just goes to show you can't completely bet on one team.
GG's all around to both teams. It was a very close match.
That was definitely one of the best games that I've seen so far on the server.
So, I think we both know it's between 2 people for Helheim on who gets play of the game. I mean, who gets MVP.
I would say it's pretty clearly Punisher OW. Even on the Tracer, he was able to assault the backline really heavily. He also, on Widow, was able to completely oppress Antimatter.
And for Antimatter, I feel like Weeaboo did a very good job today. Maybe it's just me.
I would put my MVP for Antimatter actually on MJ.
The tanks were playing very well for them today.
And it's safe to say that both teams did play really well. But in the end, it was just Helheim that was able to come out on top. But once again, thank you for watching the stream. I've been Notcade, along with
Ike.
And we'll be signing off.